Here we have a new 2026 Cadillac CT4. This one comes in the premium luxury trim level in black raven. And then we have jet black with jet black accent leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we get those LED signature lights along with the LED headlamps and a nice sophisticated front fascia here. Even though the CT4 front fascia is a bit dated just compared to the CT5 and some of the other Cadillacs, still looks very modern, very nice. Down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 18-inch alloy. I love those on the premium luxuries. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. To the door panel, we have our memory seat functions, power door lock controls. We have the upgraded 14-speaker Bose sound system, and then one-touch up and down windows for the front, express down for the back, electronic child lock and rear window locks, which is good. And then our power mirror controls here, we do get blind spot monitors in those. Trunk release, electronic parking brake, hood release. You get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then we do get our 12-way front seats here, 4-way power lumbar support. And a big thanks to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. The seat back pockets are on both sides here. You do get your rear AC vents. There's a 12-volt down there. There's a look at the front from back here. And that's a sunshade for the sunroof. Middle seat folds down for bottle holders. And I do like the LED lights throughout. Now, full LED lights all the way around, including the rear end here. We do get those LED tail lamps. Dual exhaust. There's a look underneath the car. And then the trunk release from the back. And a decent sized trunk space for this small of a vehicle. Side pocket there. And then underneath here we do have a few extras. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, fuel filler there. And for full power output, you want to put premium in. And then if you want to fold the seat flat, pull up here. And you can run longer objects through to the front. And then your top tether's on the back there behind the seats. And then your lower anchors are behind these covers here. And then, again, front passenger seat power, which includes 4-way power lumbar support. Lockable glove compartment down here. And I'm gonna see if we can get a good look at the window sticker. But y'all can pause anywhere you need to if you need to take a closer look at anything. Hopefully that comes through good enough. But $44,144 is the sticker price. 22 miles per gallon city, 32 highway. And if you're interested in the parts content, there you go. There's a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. And now for the turn signals. There are those LEDs. They're the ones in the side mirrors. And then we just have the incandescent bulb for the front, which is interesting, but that just kind of shows how dated the design is, but not really a big deal. Leather wrapped steering wheel here. There's the horn. Onto the screen here, we get AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth audio, wireless CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. That's one of the good things about having the more dated design, is we're not having to worry about the manufacturers putting in the Google Assistant system, taking away our Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. But apps are in here. System settings, and change your language there. Wi-Fi hotspot. You can make those connections, Bluetooth connections, all of that. And then your vehicle settings include rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, and team driver. Navigation system's right here, runs off the SD card reader. You can type in an address, whatever, set up your favorites. And then for your climate control, you do get dual zone automatic climate. So you can either use a screen here, or you have buttons and knobs down here below with 3-stage heated cooled seats. You have your hazards here in the middle, lane keeping system, and then your parking sensors you can toggle on or off. And there's your backup camera there. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You can cut those off if you so choose. Wireless charging pads here. To shift the 8-speed, grab the lever behind, reverse, neutral, drive. You have that manual mode where you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel to shift. Bottle holders are here. And then you do have a few knobs here. So volume, click that to mute, and then you have a tune knob right there, home button there. Auto stop toggles here, your automatic brake hold, traction control, and then your drive modes can be gone through here. So you have Tour, Snow and Ice, Sport, and then My Mode. Center console cubby space has that USB-C, USB-A port, again with that SD card reader for the nav, and then you have a 12-volt in there as well. Up here, SOS, OnStar, all of that. LED lights, and then your garage door transmitter, and these are the controls for the sunroof. So when I push the shade back, we can tilt or slide it, and that's a one-touch slide there. Goes all the way behind, which is pretty nice. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And then your vanity mirror, pretty nice right there. Now back to the steering wheel. Gauge cluster, we're in transport mode now, so we won't be able to see all the functions there, but you have a few different things you can see, like the tire pressure monitors, the speed, fuel economy, all that. Blinkers are here. With the auto low beams, you can toggle the auto high beams there, and then just regular high beams, you can do that. And then you do get the automatic wipers, so one time off, auto low high. You can adjust that auto sensitivity here and then pull up for that fluid. Left side of the steering wheel, cruise control. You can turn on the adaptive, hold this X to go into regular, and then you can do the same thing to go back to adaptive. And then you can adjust the speed there, heated steering wheel toggle, and then you have the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. Mute button, voice recognition, the volume, track list, radio station presets, and then when the gauge cluster is up, you can use the scroll bar and these arrows to go through the different features there. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Cadillac CT4 Premium Luxury out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this 2026 CT4, 2-liter turbo is pretty quick. Really like how it drives. This is a very nimble car, and that's one of the cool things about it. Not the most spacious, but especially with a 2-liter, it's relatively quick for this size. Let's put it into sport mode, and let's see what it's got as we take it on the interstate here. Not gonna floor it, but I am gonna give it a good pull here. Here we go. So yeah, got up to speed real nice. Now I do want to give one more thanks to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But ride quality for a four-door sedan, especially of this caliber, I mean, very good. The ride is fantastic. And just keep in mind, you have a quick car with that 2-liter turbo, but then you're still able to get 32 miles per gallon on the highway. Wind noise in here is pretty good. Road noise is, I can hear it, but not really noticeable unless you're looking for it. And again, I just love the driving dynamics here. The steering feel feels right with this car, not too loose, not too stiff. It's luxurious, but again, it still has an agile feel to it. Now for the money, this isn't a cheap car. It's a Cadillac though, so it's about what you expect. Premium luxury, right at that 45 grand mark here. You can get a few discounts on them now, I think, but I mean, there's a very niche market for this car. There are a lot of Cadillac buyers that want a car that basically has a Cadillac emblem, is a four-door sedan, and it just has an exquisite feel to it, and that's what you get with this car. It's relatively sporty. It goes after your younger audience, but then it's still able to captivate, I think, those that are used to the Cadillac DeVilles, the Sevilles, the bigger, longer wheelbases there, because you still have a ride quality that's good, a car that's easy to drive, and it just feels premium. And GM did something smart where if you miss the old Cadillacs and you think this is a bit too much, looks a bit too modern, you can go to those Buicks. And those Buicks, specifically the Enclave, the Envision, those will be more your speed. They still float down the road, but at the same time, they still also kind of go towards a younger audience as well. Like people like me actually enjoys driving the Envision. I enjoy driving the Enclaves because they're smooth and they're still relatively quick, like the older Cadillacs. But I mean, this is it's a nice car. Is it cheap? No. But if you like it, I feel like you're gonna like it, if that makes sense. For me, even though I'm 6'3", I'm able to fit in here pretty good. Back seat, not as much space for me, but I would never be back there anyway. So if you have a kid or whatever, you don't want them to have longer legs because the space back there is tight unless you put them behind like the passenger seat and you have a shorter person up front. You kind of have to configure it that way. But for most people in this segment, it's going to be them, maybe a partner or something like that. I mean, it keeps the price down for what you get, I think, in a Cadillac as opposed to going up to a CT5. And it still kind of feels sportier, it feels smaller, it's easy to drive, easy to park, and I think that's one of the reasons that these are still selling. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 CT4 Premium Luxury.